Guys, I tell you what, I'm pretty excited about today's project. I have 1,000,001 projects going on around here and never enough time or money to complete them all. Today's one of them ones that I went, yeah, we can do that pretty easy. Like, let's make it happen. In fact, everything that's needed is already on this farm, this park. We've already got it all. This is a temporary one that I'm building, and then we're going to build a permanent one later. And again, all the material's already here. So I'm excited over that. It takes out the money factor, but the time factor, I've still got to get it done. So over the last couple of months, we've been thinking like, yep, we can do this, and how good's this going to be with these new animals arriving with the enclosure that we've got to construct for them. And then time gets away, and then I get a phone call going, oh, we've got to come inspect that enclosure. And I went, oh, I haven't built the enclosure yet. So today we're building the enclosure. Of course, I said to them, well, come on up, so it's all good. So big rush today, putting up a temporary enclosure. They know it's a temporary one by the authorities there, the department that has to come up. Animals that I'm getting are actually a dream of mine to get these animals. Oh, I'm beyond excited. See, I can't even talk. I've worked actually with these two animals that are coming throughout their lives from when they were quite young. I try not to give too much away, but I think a lot of you are going to be guessing what's coming up here. A big dream of mine. We have, due to no fault of their own, two of them coming to us. I've got to get their enclosure up, and they are very heavily regulated. So the department's going to come and inspect this enclosure, have a look, see at the new one that we're building, which we will, after we introduce you to the two new animals in a couple of weeks, be putting up about the new enclosure that we're building. But today I'm just going to show you the temporary one. It's not great, it's temporary fencing, but it's going to have everything and more than they need, and more space than what they require by law. For me, it is for what they're going to have, a smaller enclosure now. Going to build it up behind the new dog yards. Over here, it's a bit hard to see that there we have our new yards up. That's section 1 finished of 6 sections. I've got poles in for section 2 over there, but we're going to work where up in this bushland is going to be all the play yards for the new dogs. It's going to be their new exercise yards for these new yards we're constructing. For now, I'm just going to take up some room in this first play yard. We are going to put this enclosure up for these new animals coming. They'll be fine up in the bush, a nice natural setting for them. It is wildlife, that's for sure. I'm super excited about what's to come. And again, it's just, this is what we do. Animals that are needing homes and things, I jump at it, I can't help it. The question was asked whether we could help out here, and I was like, for sure. And I tried to help out in holding them where they are in certain circumstances, but for certain reasons it could not happen. So next thing was they were to come here, and for me, I was like, all right, I don't like taking animals on when I don't have to, but I am very excited about these guys coming to join our family here. So this is where they're going to come. This is where they're going to stay from now on. We need to get them a home built, and that's what today's video is about. We are going to show you a temporary enclosure we're knocking up, and I am going to continue to emphasize this is temporary because it's not going to look so pretty, but it's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to knock it up somewhere for these guys to get into, and until we really settle in and they get to know home and everything like that, I don't want a massive enclosure for them to be in, because we need them to be a bit restricted so that we can really bond properly. Because I said I've worked with these guys over the years quite a lot, but I have not been with them on a permanent basis. So we're going to have a lot of bonding that we need to do over the first month or two before moving them into their larger enclosure, which has already started the construction of that. I started the construction of that thinking, we've got plenty of time, let's build it up. And then time's run out, and now I'm like, oh, time's run out. I better build a pen. So we've got to build a temporary one. We've got to build it in a hurry. Got to tick all the boxes there. So follow me, guys. Let's get building. This is the best filming from in here. Just moving a log into the enclosure. Well, 1 of 3. I'll tell you what, I am so lucky, blessed even, the fact that the company I work for gives me access to this machinery when it's not out on site getting worked. There's no possible way we could be building everything on this farm and recovering from the fires without the gear that we get to be able to use out here. But I can't pick it up too high, it's a bit heavy for the thing. So anyway, a fence standing up over there, logs moving in, keep at it. All right, a little bit of look at this afternoon's work. Got the fencing up now. Here it is, bit of tin to go. All right, we've made a bit of a mile today. Got the fencing up. It is still to be extended there. That's me job once I can fill in the gap over here. I've had to leave open. As you can see the track marks and bringing the machine in and out, because I can't lift this stuff by hand. Check it out. Got a little house for something. Guessing game getting any better? Maybe it might be called a den. So as I'm saying, this is just temporary yards now, because we are building one much bigger in that area that's been forestry mulched just there. So that's all getting sorted out over there. But for now, we've got this little one going up as a bit of a temporary fix. I'm buzzing. Getting there. We'll check back in soon. Got ourselves a load of some eucalypt mulch. It's all native trees in this area that have been mulched up. Guys were doing some tree clearing down the road. So we've got a load out of it, and how perfect is this? Because who wants to look at wire on the ground? So all nice and secure. We had to make it dig proof under here. So around the whole perimeter line, we got wire. Now this is temporary, as I keep saying. So we've got rocks all the way anchoring our wire, because I don't need to dig it in or put soil in or anything, because this has to be removed. It's only a temporary one. Coming up to the gate area here that's not finished because we're putting a secondary gate in. Have to have a bit of a, what do you call it, airlock area. This is what it's like coming along, and this isn't finished because of access. And we got our den. So in under here, a bit hard to see. There we go. Nice natural little den, some massive logs that are making that up. And we've got timber and tin on the roof. Old bit of carpet I found up the back. A lot of this we used to have old carpet for dog boxes and things. So that's over there to insulate the tin, but also stop the sliding and the sharp edges. And then some more insulation on top with the mulch there that's going. So we'll have a swimming pool with the trough in. We're getting there. One enclosure. Any ideas of what we're putting in here yet? It's a bit over 50 square meters. And as I've said, we're going up in the bush up here to build a much larger one. But we've got to get this enclosure sorted before our guests arrive. We got weld mesh temporary fence, extension poles for our 3-meter height, with an airlock gate system, and all around here got mesh, buried it with mulch coming out off the ground. That's the full perimeter, clamped to the fence, pegged in the ground. Everything's temporary, so it's big watt rocks weighting it down and mulch burying it. A perch for them to sit up on, a bit of a den to get in under, trough to fill with water. They will have a fresh water bucket and an actual kennel moving in here as well. So I just haven't got around to the 3-meter mark, but wires here, poles are here. I'm just going to spend a bit of time and get that up. Just polish up time now. Don't want to take the bush away at all. Definitely don't want to touch up there. We love how it is, but here where the enclosure is going to be, we've got to just clean the scrub up a lot, like all along the ground here. These were dangerous dead trees that had to come, so they're not going to fall down. Clear all this stuff out so we can get it grassed, get it mowed. Fence line's going to run just short of the scrub line, so we can have a nice mowed section all the way around the outside of our fence line, just a buffer of a bit of grass, and then the bush stays the bush up the back. That's us cleaning up, getting it all set now. Last of the trees, every tree standing stays, scrubbing up, and then we get in here with some seed, get some grass growing. Enclosure up this end, and another enclosure, a much larger one down this side. Nice and natural. And then obviously our temp enclosures over the back here that we've seen before.
All right, guys, that's me all done for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you know what's going on, comment down below and check out our reveal. Next Wednesday, that video comes out, so I'm going to be seeing you all then.